three Jews. First one being the Buddha, second being Dharma, and the third being Sangha, and they are equally important. They are Jews because they are very precious, just like jewelries and precious metals, and you can trade those for money and make your life comfortable materially. In Buddhism, these are principles, concepts, ideas, and teaching that are very valuable, that can bring you spiritual comfort. Although money can bring you abundance in life materially, but may not bring you happiness. Right? There are many people who have lots of money, but yet they are still unhappy. And that is because they have not grasped the core of what happiness is. So that's why the three jewels that we learn about are very precious to us, because we can trade those three jewels into happiness. And that happiness is more important than money in your bank account. When we practice meditation and we have this meditative bliss and we feel very comfortable and very secure, it is like holding $1 million in your hands. That kind of comfort gives you the confidence that you can face the world. The same as people who have $1 million in their bank account, they feel very materially confident. They can take that money and they can go buy anything that they want. So they have that kind of confidence. When we practice meditation, we learn these principles. We concentrate to gratitude. For example, we have happiness, joy in the heart. Nobody can run inside our mind and turn upside down unless you allow them to. So when we practice meditation, we learn the Buddhist principles to guide us there, and we practice to give essence or substance to our learning. It gives us that kind of confidence that allows us to face the world without fear. And that's why these three jewels are so precious, because they allow you to trade your learning into something that you can realize in your life. Okay? So the first thing that we should learn is the Buddha jewel. Today we're going to jump into some of the misconceptions of Buddhism, because we have departed from the Buddha for 3,000 years. There have been a lot of interpretations over the course of time, and you know how you play the telephone game, sometimes it can be mistranslated. For those who have not had the opportunity to study or practice Buddhism in great depth, they will form some sort of impressions of Buddhism. And based on what they see, what they learned on the internet, YouTube videos, or news feeds, radios, or maybe they have seen movie stars impersonating the Buddha in movies. Some of these impressions are quite accurate and positive. And yet, inevitably, there could be very misleading information out there that could confuse Buddhist practitioners. Once these negative impressions are established, it's very difficult to get rid of them. And the most persistent misconceptions derived from the earliest Western interpreters of Buddhism, who saw Buddhism from the standpoint of their religious traditions. According to Sita, master, who was the British, he went to India to study for 20 years. He had an incredible way of interpreting Buddhist principles in how they can be related to a modern lifestyle. He said that one of the Victorian versions of Christianity, the first misinterpretation, is that Buddhism is just a system of philosophy. That Buddhism was not really a religion in the full sense of the word, but it was regarded as just an impressive system of philosophy, like that of Plato. It was just an admirable scheme of ethics, a remarkable system, but that was all really that it was. If we study Buddhism deeper, we will realize that Buddhism is more than just a system of philosophy. Because in philosophy, you have the distinction between object and subject. In Buddhism, it eliminates duality. The deeper you enter meditation and learning Buddhism, you will realize that there is no distinction between yourself and others, between yourself and environment, between Buddhism and other religions. There is no duality. That's why Buddhism is more than just philosophy. And you cannot say that Buddhism is not a religion. It is a religion in the sense of the original meaning of religion, not superstition. That's how we understand the word religion today. The original definition of religion is to observe certain things very carefully and mindfully. And through that clear thinking and understanding that you devote yourself to that kind of practice. That's some people when say, I perform this task religiously, they don't mean in the sense of that we understand today that it's superstition. Or something that very unclear, you don't know what you're doing, you don't know why you bow to a statue, for example, or why you commit yourself to a certain lifestyle, meditation practice and whatnot. But in the full sense of the original meaning of religion is a clear understanding. Or you think very clearly, see very clearly, and from that it motivates you to commit to that clarity of thinking. You cannot say Buddhism is religion nor philosophy, but it bypasses the labeling of religion and philosophy. And it's not only in religious sense, but being committed is really part of life. If you want to be successful, you have to commit to whatever that you do. You have to fully believe in the value that you do. If you have a company, you have an organization, you have a good cause to support, in order to bring any benefits, you have to believe in whatever you do. You have to believe the value of the good cause. Or you spend so much time and effort in it. Why? At the beginning, it's very easy for us to be easily motivated and jump right into it to support. But if we don't believe in its value, we don't understand its value, then we won't last very long. Maybe 5 years down the road, you start to lose interest because you understand why you do this. Why you do this day in, day out, what for? And even if you encounter difficulties, you can easily overcome it because you're so excited about it that your emotional positivity will help you to overcome difficulties. In life as well, you have those successful people. Those people are not just putting in a 9-to-5 kind of commitment, but they put their heart and soul into it. That's why they're so successful. Because they believe in what they do. They become successful not because they say, oh, I'll give this a try. If it doesn't work, they'll figure out something else. No, this is the only way for them. And so for us to really want to achieve happiness, we can't digress and we can be distracted and discouraged just because we face difficulties that we say, I'm going to give up. Things that are very difficult to obtain are precious. So the more that the difficulties that you encounter, that means that it's giving you a sign that it is precious. Of course, it should bring benefits and value to people, to society. Right? There are many things that people try to pursue may not be good. But there are things that you know will bring value, you know that it's a good cause, and you encounter difficulties. It's a good sign that this is good stuff that you are pursuing. Okay? We commit not in a blinding way, in a superstitious way, but commit with a clarity of mind. We have to understand why we do this, why we want to spend time studying the principles, studying Buddhism, meditating. Why? We need to constantly ask ourselves, why do we need to do this? In order to clear out the doubts and clear away the distractions.
you.